Good morning, guys. I wanted to post this one real quick. Was able to pick up the 7210s from Finish Line this morning. I won the raffle. They had a full size run, like three or four full size runs, which is kind of crazy. Finish Line that I go to is fairly small. Don't get all the new releases, so I was excited by that. Oddly enough, talked to the manager there. It seems as if there's going to be quite a few pairs for the people who are waiting. Tons of no shows. I think people sign up for these and think they'll be able to raise the money, and then Saturday comes and they don't have 220, so it makes it kind of tough. But I'll show you these real quick. Now, the box on these is quite a production. You open it up, you got the Roman numeral plastic insert, and there's some small writing in here. Tinker made them shine, Mike made them fly, you made them iconic. So this just slides right out. I like the touch of the tissue paper inside being the graphite print. I think that's pretty cool. Now, as I know you guys, for those of you who watch all my videos, not a huge fan of the 11s. Just generally not a fan of the patent. I actually love the silhouette of the shoe and the way it's cut. I like the highs way better than the lows. Like I said, it's just not one of my favorites, but this is kind of an exception to that. I actually really, really like those. I'll kind of show you some of the design elements as I kind of walk you around. Icy bottom with the black and red graphite sole plate. I was actually pretty happy I got these. The manager showed me a pair. I think the graphite had they'd gotten to the end of the sheet, and when you get those, the graphite kind of starts. It looks like it's bleeding a little bit because it kind of stretches out at the end of the sheet. So this is a really, really solid pair. For the legit check folks, this Jumpman is never quite right on the fakes, and oftentimes the color of the sole is a little bit off. And this is definitely an icy white, very clear and transparent. And a lot of times these dots aren't quite right. So study those before you pick up a pair from another retailer or on the secondary market. You're looking at black on black, black suede here, and then all the lace lines are all black suede. Got a nice pebbled leather on the rest. And then you get to the patent. The reason why I like these so much, I like the black on black, but the way the patent goes, it kind of continues the pattern. Let's see if you can get a shot here. It continues the pattern of the brushed leather with the way it sparkles. So it doesn't really quite stand out so much. You've got the red Jumpman here. It's kind of a metallic, so you kind of see that shine a little bit. And for me, this is when the shoe more became a performance shoe. You know, this is something that you could wear nowadays and be pretty well served as far as a performance basketball shoe. Something obviously this desirable may not be the best, but I'll show you the inside. Nothing really much to write home about. Just the Jumpman all black with the red Jumpman on the inside. Another legit check right here. This is never done quite right. They can't quite figure out the fonts as well as on the 23 on the back. Now this is really subtle. It's hard to see because it's kind of black on black, but that's never quite done right either. So like I said, make sure you guys are doing your homework on these before you pick them up. These are an absolutely amazing shoe. Probably my favorite 11 highs, which would then make them my favorite 11s. So I'm super glad I picked these up. Future reference, you know, if someone's out there and they haven't won a raffle, show up a couple minutes early and see if there's people who haven't claimed those shoes. Because like I said, there are about a dozen people waiting at my local Finish Line, and all those people will probably get shoes. And not fighting with internet, not fighting with bots. Finish Line, Jimmy Jazz, NBA Store all sold out of these. Your local Finish Line may have some. I just checked the sneakers app a few minutes ago, and they still had them. We'll see. I've heard that they made over 250,000 pairs of these, so there's plenty out there. So keep an eye out on restocks on these as well. I think they'll show up again. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them. I'll do my best to answer whatever you guys have. I'll also put my links to my Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to give me a follow if you'd like. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.